Hey everyone, so today I'm going to show you guys my everyday eye look. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. It's probably my go-to for my videos and it's my go-to for work. I would say add and subtract elements as you see fit. Honestly, most days I wake up for work and all I do is like do the eyeliner that I'm going to show you guys here that I've also had very specific questions about. I will probably do a separate video for the eyeliner just so that it's accessible in the future. You don't have to watch this entire video. But I'm going to go ahead and cut to the tutorial, and then after the tutorial I will talk about products and the tools that I used so that you guys aren't completely lost. Okay, thank you and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I'm starting with my crease color and I'm going to put the Rich Chocolate by Milani right into the crease. I'm using an Everyday Minerals blending brush. It's like $5 or $6 and I literally tap my blending brush into it head on like this, and I also look straight into the mirror and then I just kind of put it right there and then I blend, you know, in the windshield wiper motion back and forth, and I try to keep my eye open. Of course, depending on your eye shape, it will change the shape that you're trying to create. So when I have the color there, I'm going to pick up a little more color, and I don't want to go outside of, you know, where my eyebrow is and where my lashes end. So I just want to go and take the brown and just blend it upwards, like so. And right now we're not really worrying about harsh edges. That's something that we're going to use other colors to blend out. So intensify the brown however you want. And this is like poorly blended, but we'll get into the blending right now. Out of the Naked palette, I'm going to use Buck and I'm going to use Naked. And I'm going to go and I work from darkest to lightest. So I'm going to use Buck and I'm just going to dip the blending brush in there and I'm going to brush like over the edge of the brown. And then I'm going to go into Naked and I'm going to blend the two together and like right up into my brow. And if for whatever reason I've done anything too dark, Naked is a great color to go back and lighten it up. You're going to think I'm lying when I say I'm done, but literally I'm done. Next I move on to eyeliner, but I'm going to try to stay in this shot as much as possible right now. I apply liquid liner, like really messy. And the point is to just get it as close to the lash line as possible. A lot of people ask how I line on the inside of my eye without like having it crease and bleed onto the bottom lash line throughout the day. I just do liquid liner. Like I do not use cream or gel or anything else on the inside because that's inevitable, especially with the heat and humidity of the climate here. In the meantime, while it's drying, I am using this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, $1 at Target or elf.com, or it's not elf.com, it's eyeslipspace.com, and a matte black. I'm using a matte black out of the Wet n Wild palette. I have so many matte blacks laying around, it's disgusting. All right, so once the eyeliner is dry, I'm just gonna take the edge of my brush and just apply it into the black shadow. It's not a head-on thing, it's more of a side thing. And then I'm gonna line right against the liquid liner. I'm starting on the outer edge, like so. And I'm more packing it on than brushing, so you really shouldn't have fallout with this. And then I'm going to blend it to diffuse the line working in. When I get to the outside is a task on its own. When I get to the outside, I hold the brush, I put a little more eyeshadow, and I hold the brush just almost vertically, and then I go like this. The point is to use this eyeshadow to like give lift to the eye. And once I have that, I'm flipping the brush over and using the side that doesn't have as much eyeshadow on it. Or you can work it off on a towel or the back of your hand. I'm using the Maybelline Master Drama Liner. This is like the 5th one that I bought in the past year. And I'm just drawing against the lash line. And upwards. Making as thick as I want, but not really worrying about the outside. And then what I do is I go back and I fix anything with this Jordana Fabuliner. Liquid liner for me is easier to clean up edges than like a pencil liner is. All right, now I'm gonna do my bottom lashes. I'm using Victoria's Secret eyeliner in dark chocolate. I love this liner. I'm very picky about bottom lash liner. And I like that I can just flip it over and blend with the sponge. It's just the right color. So that completes the eye look. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. And if you have any questions about products specifically, I always put them in the description box underneath. Thanks for watching. Okay, so to talk about the products, you guys saw me use the Naked palette in the video. I personally prefer this Isadora palette that I have from years ago. Isadora isn't sold in America anymore. I believe it is still sold in some places in Europe. But this for me is like travel friendly. It does exactly what I accomplished in the video. It has the contour color and then it has the blending colors also. But I used the Naked palette because I'm sure a ton of people have the Naked palette. I used Buck and Naked out of the Naked palette. In my last video, I used Virgin as a highlight just to kind of spice it up a little bit. That's what the sheen is on my eyebrow, but I mean, it's still daytime here, so I didn't get too fancy. If you have neither, feel free to like substitute whatever you have around. I'm sure that there are Wet n Wild palettes that have colors that you can work with. You could also use the Coastal Scents palette. There's tons of colors to work with in here. Mine is a hot mess, but there's like you can blend with these colors here and these colors here, and then pick a contour color out of here. So use whatever you have around. Like it doesn't have to be what I'm using. My brushes, I think I used 2 brushes. I used an e.l.f. brush, $1, Everyday Minerals, $6 or $5. If you do buy this brush from Everyday Minerals, in one of my favorites video, I talked about another blending brush. It's like a chubbier one that I really love. So if you're gonna go ahead and invest in this, go ahead and buy the other one. I will put links to both of them down below. I think that's it. I always feel like, oh, that's it. That's all I talked about. I don't know. Tell me if I forgot anything and I'll be happy to answer your questions and add any additional information in the bar down below. I know a lot of people might say like you use 4 different products to accomplish the eyeliner look, 3 different eyeliners specifically, but you can literally use a pencil liner and a liquid liner or just a straight liquid liner. And again, I have to do my eyeliner video so that you guys can like understand where I'm coming from, but I promise you if I've ever taught it to anyone and they've ever tried it, they rarely ever go back. And I will elaborate on that in my eyeliner video. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you soon. Bye.